Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 30. Check. 55 to Mike. Here we go, Tiger.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Throw left side, complete to Scott. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, switch hip. Check 99. Check 99.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He'll get this out wide to Scott. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd down at 4. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Throwing again is Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Herbert off of play action. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
31's the mic. Hey, watch the slant.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Open man here is Scott, complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, No matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, this defense for the Titans, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff. It's Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Herbert. Buying time to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Herbert.
He'll find Williams on the slant.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 31.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Eckler And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down.
Hey. Mike 20. We want it. Come to my world. There we go, Mike 20.
They snap it to Tannehill. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's get off the field.
On the carry, this is Scott. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
24 is the mic.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Let's go, D. Hey. Right here, we got to step it up. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Stop your whining. Play. Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the pass.
The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 42.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Switch.
On the ground, it's Eckler, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Play action. It's Herbert. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught. Touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Now a handoff to Henry, and he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. It's rare that a man his size can at least put him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 20. Let's get it together, defense.
Back to throw, Tannehill.
Open man is McMath. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here we go, Mike 20. Tight right. It's our field.
On first down, it's Tannehill.
Off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming. Hey, Mike 20.
They'll try the left side. It's Scott. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? Now.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9.
I'm coming after you. Check 55. Check 55 to Mike. I'm here all day.
Here's Tannehill.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.